the swollen Red River in Manitoba right now, where authorities have just opened the floodgates. That should take a lot of pressure off the river, which is expected, as you know, to crest in the next 24 hours. It will also help to move the huge ice jams that are clogging the water. All this is welcome news for people who live in the floodplain. They've been preparing for the worst. They've been building dikes, filling sandbags. They've been moving to higher ground in preparation. Just want to go back to those sandbags. When it comes to talking about those, I'm sure you've heard the saying, necessity is the mother of invention, right? Well, Manitoba's Guy Bergeron is proof of that. 20 years ago, he invented this machine called the Sandbagger. It kind of looks like a big octopus. Guess what it does? It's called the Sandbagger. Guy Bergeron joins me now from Winnipeg. Sir, this is amazing that you came up with this invention and it's helped so many people. How does it actually speed up that sandbagging process compared to, you know, one person, one bag?
Well, by having a machine like this, you can fill 12 bags in 7.5 seconds, 96 bags in a minute, ends up as being 5,700 plus per hour. It's kind of hard to beat. There isn't any other machine like that as far as I know.
Well, a lot of people probably blessing you right now for water that you've kept out of their homes. How did you come up with this idea for the Sandbagger?
Well, it was we were having quite a flood threat. The Assiniboine River, just west of Winnipeg, in the mid-'70s, and we were using a conveyor, bringing up sand naturally, and it was coming down in one bag at a time, which was better than doing it by hand, but not much. So ever since then, I'd been wanting to do something about it, and after an operation in 1990, I sat down and made my plans, and by the end of March, it was built in my shop.
You say that so nonchalantly, Guy, after an operation. Why don't you tell our viewers it was open heart surgery that you went through, that you were told to take it easy, that your wife said take it easy, and you said, I'm going to come up with this invention, and that's what you did. Were the papers all over the house at the time?
There was quite a few, and my wife has been harping about this for quite some time as well. But she was a great help. She was a great help, I must say. And you know, it's something. I wasn't supposed to do any physical work, but something like that didn't bother me at all. And as soon as I felt better, I just had to get out and do something.
As you watch what is happening, you know, in not only our country, but also in the United States, as you hear stories of people who have such trauma when it comes to flooding, that's got to make you feel good that your machine has helped to stop some of that.
Well, it certainly does make me feel good. And when we took our two last machines down to Fargo, just a few days later, they gave us a call, and the man said, we're not sandbagging anymore right now. In 5 days, he says, we did 3.5 million bags. Now, that's around the clock and two machines.
And what kind of response have you been getting, you know, now that everybody knows you're the Sandbagger Guy? Hey, that's what? Actually true, because your name is Guy.
Well, I've even been called a Sandbagger.
Have you been getting calls from all over the world?
Oh, no. Mind you, we did get a call from Britain this morning about a fellow that we have kind of looking into it for us. But that's as far as it goes. Mind you, many years ago, I forget now when it was, we did get a call from Australia. But they didn't seem to be too interested in buying.
Well, you never know, right? I mean, you've waited 20 years since you invented this thing, and now you're just a big name. You're a household name, Guy Bergeron. What are you going to invent next? Because I want to invest in it.
Well, I wish you would now. I do have something else I'm working on. It's something to do with big trailers hauled by trucks, naturally, and where fully loaded, naturally, you're running on about 30 tires. And going empty, you'd be using only 14 tires. So there would be I would call it quite a green project.
You know what? And that's the big move, isn't it? Everybody's thinking green, and so we should be, and you're on the ball, too. Is your wife behind you on this one, or is she saying, when are you going to retire, Guy?
Well, it's about the same as my previous project. She thinks I'm being quite silly about this.
You know what? It's wonderful to talk to you. I know you've done a lot of good for people who are suffering those tragedies we talked about, and I wish you the best. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's Guy Bergeron, the Sandbagger guy.